Every day, usually in the morning between 5 and 11 a.m., we release our Central Indiana Scoreboard show, and it's awesome. You're going to want to listen to it every single day. It's 10 to 15 minutes of Colts, Pacers, IU, Purdue, IndyCar, the Fever, and major national sports news that Central Indiana sports fans are talking about. And, of course, the best high school sports coverage in Central Indiana. Please join us every day. What you're listening to now is the Central Indiana Sports Report podcast number 299.2, our boys golf round one state final scoreboard show with the team standings and all the top leaders and local athletes competing at the state finals. Coming right up.
You're listening to the Central Indiana Sports Report with your host, Greg Mengels.
Good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, golf fans, and welcome to the Central Indiana Sports Report's Boys Golf State Finals Round 1 Scoreboard, where we take a look at all of the top contenders in the team race and in the individual race. And we let you know how all of the Central Indiana golfers are performing at Prairie View in Carmel. Before we get to all that, please do us a huge favor. Go to YouTube, subscribe. We're going to have lots of video there pretty soon. You're going to love what we're doing. Just search Central Indiana Sports Report. It's very easy to find. Also, we will, of course, have a boys golf state finals round 2 scoreboard after the finals end tomorrow, the last day of high school golf until the girls begin in what seems like a week and a half. Sorry for the long intro. Here we go. I just switched microphones. If it sounds like I'm yelling at you, I'm very sorry. Please turn down your radio just a little bit. I have switched to the better microphone. You can expect this to be the volume heretofore. Top-ranked Westfield shot an even par 288. Unbelievable round for the Shamrocks, who were the state runners-up the last 3 years. Of course, Westfield's been in contention for the championship going way back, and they've won 3 state championships in the past, but haven't won one since 2016. On the day, the Shamrocks had 7 birdies and 2 eagles, and they had at least 1 birdie on the first 4 holes of the back 9. They shot -5 as a team on the back 9. 17 shots better than last year's champion Zionsville on the opening round. Zionsville is in second place to Westfield. Led by meet co-leader Bryson Tisch, the Eagles are ahead of last year's state championship pace. They shot a team 294, their lowest round ever at state, and they are still clearly in the hunt if Westfield should falter. 7th-ranked Evansville North is in 3rd place, just a shot behind Zionsville. They shot a team 295. The Huskies were the co-leaders at the turn, leading Westfield by 6 strokes and Zionsville by 10, tied with Homestead for the lead. 2nd-ranked and Warsaw Regional Champion Homestead finished the round 299 plus 11. They were -1 on the front, plus 12 on the back. Muncie Regional Champion Noblesville is in 5th place at plus 17. Providence Regional Champion Center Grove, the 4th-ranked Trojans, are plus 18. And then just a stroke behind them is number 8 Carmel at plus 19. The top 4 teams appear to be the only true contenders for the team state championship, but literally every team in the state has a chance to get in the top 5. 10th ranked Castle is 8th. They shot a 311. Then Hamilton Southeastern is 9th with a 316. Lake Central 10th with a 318. Cathedral 11th at 319. Tight bunch. Elkhart is 12th with a 322. Then Lake Central Regional Champion South Bend St. Joseph is 13th. They shot a 324. They are 36 shots over. At 325 is Dwenger. 326 is 19th ranked Floyd Central. At 328 was number 15 Leo, number 13 Franklin shot a 332, and number 9 Bloomington South shot a plus 47, 335. The rankings appear to be way off. Do better, golf coaches. In all seriousness, golf is by far the hardest sport to predict from match to match, heck, day to day. Scores can just vary so much depending on all kinds of different factors. As I mentioned, Zionsville sophomore Bryson Tisch is a co-leader at -5. He finished 39th in the state last year as a freshman. He shot an eagle on the 13th hole and had 3 birdies on the back 9, including 17 and 18, to pull even with Evansville North senior Luke Johnston, who birdied 5 of his first 11 holes and has a pair of previous top 18 finishes at state, including 14th last year. Westfield seniors Will Harvey and Jake Cesari are tied for third place at -3. Cesari tied for second place last year and was 10th and 7th the 2 years before that. He's in contention not only for the individual championship clearly, but also for his 4th straight top 10 finish. Amazing. Harvey has never finished worse than 17th in his 4 state finals appearances. Westview senior Silas Harrar finished second at the state as a sophomore, and Fairfield's defending champion Braden Miller, also a senior, are tied for 5th at -2 and clearly both in the individual hunt. I wonder how many times those guys have played against each other in the past. Arguably the 2 best players across the state over the last 4 years, right there in the same corner in Northeast Indiana. Miller, by the way, has never finished worse than 12th in his 4 state finals appearances. Last week at the Warsaw Regional, Harrar shot a 67 and still didn't win it because Miller went 66. Crazy. Also in serious contention is Castle Jr. Braden Lamborn, the lone golfer at -1. There are 7 golfers at even par. Noblesville senior Drew Workley, Zionsville freshman Macaulay Myers, Garin Jr. and Harrison Regional champion Eli Wessel, Fishers Jr. Thomas Klinger, Blackhawks Gavin Heiflick, Gibson Southern's regional champion Peyton Blackard, and Providence's regional champion Blaine Beckert. This is the 3rd state finals for both Blackard and Beckert. Westfield Jr. Ryan Cesari and a couple of Carmel sophomores, Patrick Wolf and Alex Gardner, are in a gaggle at +2, with Garin Catholic senior Robbie Burt and Zionsville Jr. Max Steiner a shot behind them. Going back to Westfield's round of 288, just crazy. Harvey, of course, was -3. He birdied 2 of his first 3 holes and then 2 of his final 6. Jake Cesari -2 was -4 on the back 9 after being 2 over on the front. Ryan Cesari shot a +274, as I just mentioned. Junior Hudson Kuchima was +476. He's tied for 36th. And junior Mitchell Keene was +12. He shot an 84, had a rough back 9. Zionsville won its 3rd state championship last year. And again, they are at +6, 294. Almost every year, that puts you at the top of the leaderboard after one round. Not this year. Tisch went -5, of course, is the co-leader. He did it with 6 birdies, 16 pars, and 2 bogeys. Myers, of course, a freshman in his first state finals, had 5 birdies on the day for -2, and Steiner was -3 through 7 holes, but wound up +3 for the day. Also for the Eagles, freshman Killian Laughlin is +8, and senior Owen Brody +14 through 18 holes. Evansville North is in 3rd. They shot a 295. Along with co-leader Johnston, senior Brady Sorrell is tied for 15th at 1 over par. Homestead is 4th at 299. All 5 of their golfers shot between +2 and +5. Again, their +11 would have been right there in serious contention. Just almost any other year. They're led by sophomore Landon Snyder, who's 2 over 74. Two-time state champion Noblesville shot a 305 in fifth. Like Homestead, Noblesville was incredibly consistent, but they probably had to consider it a pretty disappointing day. Along with Workley in eighth, junior Dustin Turpin, senior Jackson Untham, junior Tyler Marucci, and senior Lance Decker all had rounds of 80 or better. Especially disappointing day for Marucci, who finished second last week at the Muncie Regional and was 11th at last year's state finals. He's currently in 49th. Same with Decker, who's in a disappointing 54th. I expect both of those young men to have bounce back days on Wednesday. Two-time state champion Center Grove is currently in sixth. They shot a 306. The Trojans' top two golfers, senior Parsatich and Brody Hullabar, both shot 75s on Tuesday and are tied for 23rd overall. Junior Nathan Springer is just 2 shots behind them. 7-time state champion and 8th ranked Carmel is currently in 7th. They had a team round of 307. Of course, Wolf and Gardner are in all-state contention with 74s, and senior Ethan Hoagland can get there with a good round on Wednesday. He's plus 5 through 18 holes. Also for the Greyhounds, Davis Hutchison shot an 82 and Noah Johnson an 85. Castle is currently in 8th place at plus 23. All 5 knots shot plus 11 or better, led by Lamborn in 7th. Hamilton Southeastern is currently in 9th place. They shot a 316. They finished 3rd as a team last year. Perhaps the most disappointing individual day was had by Hamilton Southeastern junior Mattingly Upchurch. Expected to be a state championship contender, he had a rough front 9 and went 4 over. Again, expect him to have a big bounce back, not just on Wednesday, but next year as well at the state meet. Senior Kai Warner is plus 5. He's tied for 35th. Sophomore Drew Starnes shot an 80 and is in 54th after he finished 23rd last year as a freshman. Golf is a wild sport, man. Junior Blake Babb shot an 83, and sophomore Brody Colburn shot a 90 for the Royals. Lake Central is in 10th. They shot a plus 30 as a team on Tuesday. They were led by seniors Matthew Tooley and Tyler Morton, who are tied for 23rd with plus 75s. Cathedral is in 11th. They shot a plus 31, 319. Muncie Central Regional Champion Johnny Lehman is among the players at 1 over in 15th place. Junior Sam Kennett shot a 78 and junior Ben Kaufman an 80 for the Irish. Once again in order, heading into the final day of the season, top-ranked Westfield is even par 288 with defending champion Zionsville, 6 shots back. Evansville North is 7 behind the Shamrocks. Then Warsaw is 11 behind. Noblesville 17 back. Center Grove 18 back. Carmel 19 behind. Castle 23. Hamilton Southeastern 28. Lake Central 30. Cathedral 31. Elkhart 34. South Bend St. Joseph is 36 shots behind the leader Westfield. Dwenger 37. Floyd 38. Leo 40. Franklin 44, and Bloomington South 47. Round 2 is scheduled to begin Wednesday morning at 8 a.m. with Hamilton Southeastern, Carmel, Castle, and Lake Central teeing off on the front 9. At 8:50, Garin Catholic senior Robbie Burt tees off with Center Grove's Noah Partasich and Noblesville's Dustin Turpin, along with Jasper's Caleb Schnarr. Then the top contending championship group gets going at 9:40 with the number 5 golfers. Westfield Junior Mitchell Keene, Zionsville Senior Owen Brady, Evansville North Senior Garrett Haywood, and Homestead Senior Grant Drummond. Individual local golfers will tee off on the back 9 on Wednesday morning at 8:10. That includes Heritage Christian Senior Tate LeBrun at 8:10. Eastbrook freshman Landon Tropf at 8:20. Followed at 8:30 by the final team rounds of Bloomington South, Franklin, Leo, and Floyd Central. Regional champions Benjamin Davido of Elkhart and Johnny Lehman of Cathedral will be the last two to tee off at 10 a.m. Wednesday morning. That is your boys golf state finals update. If you'd like us to continue to update you, please go subscribe to YouTube, Spotify, SoundCloud, Amazon, or Apple. Just search Central Indiana Sports Report. We're easy to find. And if you'd like us to continue to shine the spotlight on local high school athletics, please help us out by sharing these podcasts. We humbly thank you in advance. Central Indiana Sports Report is a product of ITG Media, and I love Susie. Go Pacers!